professionalism, commitment, priorities, knowing what you want, or at least being open to explore, to discover what it is you really want is huge. Suiting up and showing up no matter what. It's not a phrase I learned in the business. It's a phrase I learned in world of recovery. But this is a business that requires you to suit up and show up no matter what. This is not a business for the faint at heart. There's a lot of ups and downs. A friend of mine who's been a working actor, I guess for probably at least 30 years now, was a guest speaker of mine in early pandemic on Zoom for one of my classes. He's worked on several big things, TV shows, and his latest, a couple of years ago, he got booked as one of the voices on The Simpsons. But he talked about, he's had so many times throughout the years, the decades, where he wanted to quit. He thought, why am I doing this? And his big advice was, you got to want it. You got to want it. And if you want it and your heart keeps pulling you to it, and your heart, something keeps bringing you back to it, I think that's a sign. Whatever your belief, from God, Allah, the universe, whatever it is, are you listening? Steven Spielberg just did this really great video. I posted it on my Instagram. I shared this on my story. I don't remember exactly what he said, but he said you have to listen for the whisper. Listen for the whisper. And then are you willing to listen, and are you willing to trust that? Because we have a lot of stuff in our lives, cultural backgrounds, etc., beliefs that we carry that aren't even our own, that stop us from pursuing what your heart is calling you to do. Maybe it's not to be an actor. Maybe your goal is not to potentially be a Golden Globe, an Emmy, or an Oscar nomination and or winner. But if you're being called to it, are you listening and are you following? And Steven Spielberg basically was talking about follow your whisper. Well, that's how I translated it. Follow your whisper. Are you getting all the other voices quiet so you can hear the whisper, the soft voice that's telling you? That's part of you. That's your inner knowing. So to that point, going back to your craft tools, and craft tools are your body, your voice, and your feelings. This is all like my thinking, my philosophy, my foundation of teaching. And nowadays I have it split up here. So your craft tools are your primary ones, are your body, voice, and feelings. That's what you're using to bring the character to life, to invite the character in to live and tell their story through you. Your self and spirit care is so important. Do all the greats do those things? I don't know what they do. But I know for me personally as an actor, and for everyone I've worked with that has been with me for 1.5 to 7 years, when they use the tools, it opens you up. So I'm talking about the 3 main self and spirit care tools that I highly recommend, strongly encourage. And if you're working with me, I'm about going deep. I don't know how to do it any other way. I don't see a point any other way. Because this business is not about memorizing lines and showing up to set and getting makeup and hair done looking pretty and walking a red carpet. That is not what this is about to me at all. Those are perks if they happen for you. That is not what this is about. To me, acting is about living, behaving, and being. So to get more honest with yourself and to step into what we were talking about, it's funny you used the words, you brought up the meditation and you brought up authenticity. And I was talking about that is what casting directors and directors are looking for, is your authenticity and your vulnerability. And so many people get freaked out about the V word, even in for daily life. Vulnerability is just about allowing yourself to be seen. And maybe you're someone like me 20, 30 years ago, 35 years ago. And no, I wasn't 8, but thank you. I thought I was vulnerable because I was what I call emotionally extroverted. If I was feeling something, you knew about it. My problem is that I discovered over the years of self-care, of 12-step work, of channeling, that's interesting, journaling, which I call pen to paper purging nowadays, and therapy. I discovered that even though I am an emotional extrovert, I was using a lot of that as a mask. So you couldn't really see me. You could only see what I let you see. I didn't know that about myself at the time. Again, until because I'm in recovery for a very long time now. So doing all of the work, the self-work, the inner life, that's where the change happens. Like I say on my website, anybody can memorize lines. Even if you're not great at doing it, anyone can do that. I can teach a parrot, if I need to memorize some lines. Are you a parrot? Yes or no? You don't look like parrots. So you're humans. And we watch the greats. Think of all your favorite actors, your favorite movies. Why are they your favorites? Why are you remembering them right now? Because they moved you. Because you felt something. Because it inspired you.